Welcome to the Heart-Centered Entrepreneur Podcast. I want you to be rich. Yes, I want abundant financial success for your business. But I don't just care about your business making money. I care about you too. I want you to be rich in happiness, in the impact you make, in your relationships, and in how you give back. I'm Anna. I built my six-figure business as a side hustle while I was pregnant with my daughter in 2016. Now I've helped dozens of women do the same. I'm here to help you build a profitable, heart-centered, fully booked business with the latest tips on sales and visibility, with proven mindset hacks, and sneak peeks behind the scenes with what's working right now in the online space and in my business. Ready to make more money with heart? Let's go. Today, I want to share 3 reasons why in 2025, marketing is easier than ever. And this is because I've been marketing and having an online business for 10 years. And I've been hearing people this year more than ever be like, oh my goodness, it's so much harder. Oh my goodness, this is impossible. I wish I would have started my business 5 years ago or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I actually feel like it's much easier to sign clients and make money online, but I think it's simpler. And sometimes we don't want money to be easy. We do, we do, but we actually want it to be hard because our belief around money is we have to work hard to make money. Right. And so I think this is such a fascinating concept. And I want to share with you today 3 reasons why I feel like marketing is easier in 2025/2026 and how to make it easier on yourself. Right. If we haven't met officially, my name is Anna Rabb, and I'm so excited to have you here. My story is that my job was a therapist. I did therapy. I love therapy. But as I was pregnant with my second child, I realized it wasn't sustainable. I wanted to work a shorter work week. I wanted a 3-day work week. I wanted to my goal was $76,000, which I was making less as a therapist. And that really seemed like a pipe dream, but it seemed like a pipe dream that I believed in. And so I was able to, on my maternity leave, fully book my business twice, not just sell out my coaching, but build a wait list so that I had, after my maternity leave, people paid deposits to work with me. That gave me the security to feel like I could quit my job because I'm a security freak and safety freak and stability freak. And in that process, I learned so much that I did not learn in grad school about selling and marketing. And I really realized that heart-centered entrepreneurs need these skills of marketing and sales because we are great people and we deserve the really good creative website designers, the really passionate health coaches. You deserve amazing marketing and sales. And so I really started helping them with that and also help them work the 3-day work week. That was just so life-changing for me. And I've been able to do that for about 10 years. And my business has bought this amazing house for me and my sweet kids. It's brought me through so many hard seasons, including divorce, moving across the country, and I'm just really grateful for it. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 points. Here's the thing you may notice, for the most part, marketing is shorter in 2025, right? If you look at videos, how long are marketing videos? How long are reels? How long are YouTube shorts? They are approximately 6 seconds. And so in practice, for the most part, marketing is actually shorter to create, right? I used to create so much content. I used to write 7 really long social media posts a week. I was a content machine, right? Now I probably create a 1/6 of the content that I used to create as far as marketing. My marketing is just significantly easier. But I think this really throws people off because in order to make marketing short, we have to be concise, right? So that's the harder part, is how do we be concise in our message? How do we attract people? How do we compel people? If we do have longer form content like this podcast, right? How are we getting people to the longer form content, right? That we enjoy creating. And so I just been thinking about this a lot lately because I want you to just say out loud to yourself right now, marketing, social media marketing, all of it is actually easier. If I can wrap my head around it, if I can be clear and concise, it's actually easier. I just need to capture 6 seconds of B-roll. I just posted a reel this morning and I just took a B-roll. My girlfriends and I have been doing ocean swims on Sunday mornings. And I just took a little clip of me putting my wetsuit on. And that's what I used for my reel. Right. And I didn't even write that long of a caption. My caption was 4 sentences Back in the olden days, I would basically write a blog post every day. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I just think we have to adapt to the shorter form of marketing, and it's actually easier to create, right? It's actually easier. It's easier for me to record these little 6 seconds of video. It's easy. Like, that's not the hard part. The hard part is what happens in our mind around niching down and picking brand keywords and around, is someone going to hate me for this post I put? And imposter syndrome. I don't like how I look on this reel. I did a bad job editing. I'm bad at social. That's it. That's the visibility block, right? But marketing is actually becoming much easier, much simpler, much shorter. I have had to challenge myself to write shorter emails because I can be wordy, right? But I really think, as I'm seeing in the industry different sales emails, a lot of those emails are like 3 sentences. And I'm like, that's all it takes, right? It is all it takes. And so the takeaway here for you, number one, is to remind you that it's easier and to let it be easy. Right. I still love sales calls. I still do sales calls, but more and more I've been closing people like just in the DMs. Hadn't even had to hop on a sales call. I think we should be willing to hop on a sales call. I'm not about those marketers that are like, I made this much money and I didn't have to hop on a single sales call. I'm always down to hop on a sales call if someone's wants to work with me, but also just being willing to be like, hey, if you have any questions, just voice note it to me. And then I voice note it back. Here's the link, buy my program, pay me $5,000, right? Like, oh, is that easy? Is that easy? It is. It actually is easier, right? If we can allow ourselves to let it be easy. Okay, I could talk on that all day. The next reason I think that marketing is easier in 2025 is there's just so much uncertainty in our world. And I find that the more uncertainty there is in the world, the more people are willing to double down on the things that they can control and they can change. Right? Hiring people to, let's say that they're feeling overwhelmed in the medical system, like maybe they're willing to hire a health coach to just help them privately, right? Like maybe they're overwhelmed with their job. Maybe they're ready to hire a business coach to help them like start their own business and take control in their life, right? Maybe they're overwhelmed with like the online dating apps. There's so many of them, right? And they're ready to hire a coach to like walk them through meeting people in real life, right? Like I think because we also are living in the world, we also are overwhelmed with the noise, the chaos, the politics, right? But just remembering that as our clients are overwhelmed and overstimulated and in a wild world, they are going to be more willing to hire support. I think about this with ChatGPT too, right? Like ChatGPT, the number one use that people are using for ChatGPT right now is like a private therapist, is like a coach, right? But I don't think this works us out of a job at all if we can be mindful of what our role is, right? What is ChatGPT doing? ChatGPT is saying, like, yes, that's a great idea. Yes, good job. Yes, you're amazing. Yes, go for it. Amazing, right? But what does a coach do? A coach is like, yeah, that's not a great idea. Yeah, that's your fear talking. Yeah, you need to be uncomfortable and do it, right? Like so often my clients will bring me stuff that ChatGPT tells them and I give them the exact opposite advice. Not because there isn't a time and place for ChatGPT, but even when you tell ChatGPT, challenge me, right? There's just something about someone that knows you and someone that can call you on your shiz. And that's why I will forever be working with a business coach and a therapist, right? Like all the one on one support of someone that knows me and that can challenge me. Because as human beings, we want to be comfortable. Our body resists change. But change and growth is good and what moves us to the next level, right? But our evolution doesn't often want us to change. It wants us to stay safe and wants us to stay away from the bear that's going to eat us, right? Or the perceived bear. Anyway, so it's remembering that as people are overwhelmed in the world, as the world is getting more chaotic, more noisy, people need even more the truth and authenticity, not just as they hire you in your service, but also in your marketing, right? They're looking for a human, they're looking for a person, they're looking for someone heart centered. Like they're looking for solutions. Like I have found in the last 10 years, I have never seen people be more hungry for a solution, for help, the willingness of like, yeah, I need to do this. Like, I need to pull my life by the horns because the world is going to shiz and I need to get myself under control so that I can be a good mom, so that I can be a good business owner, so that like the one thing I can control is me. And so I'm going to start with me and I'm going to do that and I need help to do that. Okay, last reason is I really feel like in 2025, marketing is more personal than ever, and you're a great person. People are like, "No, I don't wanna have a personal brand. No, I don't wanna show my face on social media. No, I don't." You don't have to show your kids on social media. You don't even have to show your face on social media. I recommend it, right? But you can do carousels, right? Like, "Oh, I don't wanna share my opinion." Like, the truth is that marketing is becoming more and more personal, but you guys, this is great news because you're a great person as a heart-centered entrepreneur, right? Like all the bro marketers out there are having to think through how to position themselves in like the perfect light. But as a heart-centered entrepreneur, you don't have to position yourself at all. You just have to show up as you because you're awesome. You have great heart. You have great integrity. All the time I tell my clients when I'm private coaching them, like, that's amazing. You need to put this in your marketing. I didn't even know that about you. They're like, oh, that's true. I guess I never shared that I give to this cause and that I blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, you're an amazing person. You're an amazing person. So, this, I need to like shake you by the shoulders right now. Personal branding is a great thing for heart-centered entrepreneurs. Like, it is the shortcut. Like, once you get over yourself and you realize like for me, I realized like I don't have to just because I'm telling some of my story and some of my truth doesn't mean I have to share more than I don't want to. It's your truth, it's your story. Just share the parts that feel aligned for you, right? Like you still have control. You still can show up in the ways you want to, in the ways that feel comfortable and aligned for you. Like you still you doesn't have to be 1 to 100 of like now you have to share all of your personal stuff online, right? You share the opinions you want to, you share the stories you want to, you share your heart you want to. But it's really nice because you don't it's just like ultimate alignment. Like you don't have to overthink. You just have to share your truth and your opinion. And the reason this is so hard for heart-centered entrepreneurs, we've been conditioned out of self-trust. We've been conditioned out of our voice. We've been conditioned out of alignment, right? And so getting back to it is hard because it's unwiring all these things that say you have to play small, you cannot use your voice, you cannot trust yourself, right? But at the end of the day, right, it's just coming back to our truth of like who we are and bringing that online and showing up authentically is such a blessing, right? And that then you're like, oh, this is actually easier. I just get to share about the causes that I care about, right? I just get to share the truths that matter to me. I get to share why this business was transformative to me, why I started this, why this matters to me. And I get to share the parts of my story that are going to inspire and motivate others. And this just was not the case 10 years ago. And I feel like more and more people want to know the human behind the brand. And you're a great human. You have great opinions. You have a great personality. Doesn't mean you have to look or act a certain way. Doesn't matter if you're introverted or extroverted. Doesn't mean if you're young or old. Like that doesn't matter, right? You being authentically you, maybe you're a little bit quirky. Maybe you're a little bit weird. Maybe you believe in this or don't believe in that, right? Your authentic marketing is going to attract the right people and detract the right people. And that's the point. Because once someone pays us money, we don't want them to be surprised with who they're getting. It's like I say, like, okay, if you swear with your clients, swear in your marketing. If you don't swear with your clients, don't swear in your marketing. It's just really about congruence and really letting go of this scarcity of like, oh, I have to include everyone in my niche, right? Another word on niches. Yes, part of your niche is like who and what you're helping them with, but part of your niche is just who you are, right? And your values and what you stand for. And, at the end of the day, not everyone, like one of my favorite things about my business is I have clients that believe in lots of different religions and are lots of different backgrounds and have that diversity, right? I believe in diversity, but I also think you have to have at least an overlap of values. For example, someone that doesn't believe in diversity or doesn't believe in inclusion or doesn't believe in LGBTQ plus rights is not a fit for my business, right? And what I say is people will either align with your values or they will at least appreciate them and respect you for them, right? And so sharing your values online doesn't mean like as I share my beliefs about women's empowerment and single motherhood and divorce, all of my clients are not single moms and divorce, but they can respect who I am and what I've created, right? And so it's remembering as you share your story, you're not saying everyone has to have the same story, but you're saying either people will be value aligned or respect the values that I'm standing up for and understand where I'm coming from. Okay, I will wrap that here because I want you to have time to think through these three things And number one, I want you just to say to yourself every day this week, marketing in 2025 is easier than it's ever been, right? It's easy. It's easy. And it's safe for me to let it be simple and easy and do the mindset work it takes so that I can let it strategically be easy, right? I can do the mindset work so that I can, instead of recording, a 1 hour video, I'm just recording a 6-second video clip. And it's safe for me to get over my mindset blocks to let the strategy be easy, right? It's safe for me to get over the mindset blocks that keep me from believing that I have a voice or have a truth to share, or that I will crumble if someone leaves me a negative comment on my social media. No, you won't. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, right? Maybe you'll text your biz bestie and you'll cry for a second and then you'll be fine, right? And so I think it's really getting clear on ourselves of like, what is hard? Marketing is easier, but it's requiring more courage, more authenticity, more resilience. But as a heart-centered entrepreneur, like these are good things. It's good news for us. It's really good news for us. Okay. Thank you as always for tuning in. And if you are a heart-centered entrepreneur and you want to learn the number one heart-centered strategy that I teach for signing your first 5 clients, I have a free 20-minute workshop that you will love. I will add the link in the show notes. It really is the strategy that I use to sign my first clients, fully book on my maternity leave. And you can trust that everything that I teach you and share with you is heart centered, is non icky, is non salesy, is value aligned, is ethical. And I am committed to teaching women how to do that on a 3-day work week, right? The more efficient we are in our marketing, the less we can work. And I really feel like the 3-day work week is what we need as women to be able to run our lives, to care for our kids, to care for our health, to care for our families. So download the class. It's free. I hope you enjoy it. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out today. Please hit that subscribe button so you can make sure to stay updated anytime a new episode drops. And I would love for you to join me in my free Facebook community. It's called The Heart-Centered Entrepreneur. We discuss the podcast episodes. I regularly go live and do free trainings. And you may even meet your newest biz bestie. So you can join at heartcenteredcommunity.com. It's absolutely free, and I cannot wait to see you in there.